Hello and welcome to this first click-by-click series of tutorials on Learning Excel 2010. In this series you'll learn a number of basic techniques to get you started in using Excel. If you want to practice the techniques shown in these videos, you can get the written instructions along with the exercise files and video tutorials from www.wizzybooks.com. In this video we'll take a look at Excel's fill handle and how that can work. I've got a spreadsheet open, so I'll just bring that one up. So I've just got some data in here, so I've got the days of the week, months of the year. If I select Monday in cell B5, that's now the active cell. And if I take a closer look at this selection, right down in the bottom right hand corner here we can see a little black blob on the selection cursor. That's the fill handle. And to activate the fill handle, we need to make sure that our mouse is right over the top of it. And we'll know when we're there because the cursor shape will change. Currently this is the standard shape of the cursor, the thick white shape. If I hover my mouse over the fill handle, the cursor changes to the thin black cross cursor. And I know now that I'm hovering over the fill handle. So all I need to do to use it is to click and hold the left mouse button and start to drag down. And when I'm finished, I release the button and Excel automatically fills in the days of the week for me. Excel does this because it understands the days of the week. And if I put the first value as Monday, it will automatically assume that I want Tuesday in the cell beneath it. Likewise, for the months of the year, if I select that one, again we can see the fill handle. I'll hover my cursor over that one, click and hold, and then I drag down, and it will put the months of the year in for me. But the fill handle is quite clever. If I select January, hover my mouse over the fill handle and drag upwards, Excel knows the order of the months and it will start to put them in reverse order at the top. So we can use the fill handle to drag information down or up in the spreadsheet. We can also go left and right, so we can drag days of the week across the spreadsheet if we wanted to within a row. Let's have a look at how Excel handles numbers. I'd like a row of numbers here going from 1 to 10. If I hover my mouse over the fill handle, click and hold and start to drag down, when I release the button, unfortunately Excel didn't quite understand what I wanted to do. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to undo that. What I need to do is to give Excel a bit more information and a better clue to what I want to do. So I'm going to come in the cell D6 just underneath that one, and I'm going to type the second number, number 2. So I've now got 1 and 2. With my cursor I'm going to highlight both of those cells. So I've now highlighted a range. But you can still see that the fill handle is in the bottom corner of that selected range. If I hover my cursor over the fill handle, the cursor shape changes to the thin black cross. I can now click and hold and start to drag down. And when I release the button, Excel fills the numbers in for me. How about if I want to increment the numbers by 2? Well, again, I've got to tell Excel what I'm trying to do. So the second number in this series is going to be 4. So I'll enter 4 and then I'll highlight both of those figures. Again, the fill handle is there. I'll hover my mouse over and once again I'll drag down. And this time Excel understands that I want to increment by 2 each time. So it's put the numbers in for me, 2, 4, 6 and so on. Excel also understands dates. And I've got a date in here. So again, if I select that and hover my mouse over the fill handle and drag down, Excel will put the dates in for me. And likewise, I can start at the beginning and drag upwards and it will put the earlier dates in as well. So let's use the fill handle to do something useful. I'm going to close this file. I'm going to say no, I don't want to save. And if you've downloaded the exercise files for these tutorials, you should have a file called My Beverage Sales, and it should be in the recent workbooks list as shown here, so we can click and open that one straight away. If you don't have the My Beverage Sales, let's just go to the data drive Again, my data files are stored on a removable drive and they're in the Excel files folder. If you don't have the My Beverage Sales, you can open up the Beverage Sales 2 file. I already have that Beverage Sales files, so I'm just going to open that from the recent files list. So here it is. This is beverage sales, and we've got the tea, coffee, chocolate, milk and orange juice. We've entered that information, and what I eventually want to do is to list the number of beverages that I sell each day. So for that I'm going to need the days of the week. So I'll click my cursor into cell A4 and type in Monday, press enter, and that's now been inserted. I'll come back to cell A4, find the fill handle, and I'm going to drag that down all the way down to Sunday and release. So the fill handle will help me construct spreadsheets very quickly. I'll just deselect that range, and we notice that Wednesday is a little bit too wide for the column. So I'm just going to stretch that column out a little bit. I'm going to hover my mouse between the A and B column headings, click and hold, and you'll see the line appear. I'm just going to drag that line out so that it gives us a better layout. So there it is. I've got my days of the week in there now, and we'll be working on this spreadsheet and building it over future lessons. But for now, that's how the fill handle works.